Okay, last video I'm just going to go over with you the FRQ's possibility for this unit test, which we will be having next week or this week, depending on when you watch it. Okay, here we go. So, as far as FRQ goes, there's actually an FRQ for Chapter 6, an FRQ for Chapter 7A, and an FRQ for Chapter 7B. You don't know which one you're going to get. So be prepared for any of them. These FRQs are also cumulative, so they will go back on some information that we looked at earlier this year. The Chapter 6 FRQ, you would definitely need to be able to identify an unconditioned stimulus, an unconditioned response, a conditioned stimulus, and a conditioned response from a provided scenario. Then you need to look back at Chapter 6 to be able to explain extinction, to define and apply that. Also, all the way back to Chapter 5, a whole 2 chapters ago, to look at tolerance and withdrawal. And then you also want to make sure you focus on negative reinforcement in Chapter 6. That's something that you must be able to focus on to be able to understand what it is, define it, and apply it, obviously. The 7A FRQ ties in some information from Chapter 2. I know that's a while ago, okay? So refresh yourself on the idea of population. What is population? I'm not going to tell you. You can go back and look that up. Random sample and random assignment. Remember this when we talk about experimentation and setting up an experiment. It's your responsibility to make sure you know that. We'll need to know that all the way in May, so you should know it right now. You also need to be able to explain, since this unit is about memory, you need to be able to explain semantic encoding. You need to be able to explain recall. You need to be able to explain recognition. Retroactive interference, don't confuse it with proactive interference. And you also want to be able to explain and apply the misinformation effect. Okay, so that would be 7A memory if you got that FRQ. You will not have a choice. Each class period will just have a different FRQ. 7B then, okay, in this question you'll need to explain the process of language acquisition. What I mean by that is going from like babbling stage to one-word stage to two-word stage and telegraphic speech, okay? So you need to be able to explain that process. You also want to make sure you're able to differentiate between Skinner's idea of language acquisition through that social learning theory and Chomsky's theory of language acquisition. And he has what we call that language acquisition device. So do go back and look at that. Also understand the idea from that section about universal grammar and all the grammar rules going with this language acquisition device. And also you need to be able for 7B to go back and be able to explain positive reinforcement, shaping, and intermittent reinforcement, okay? So that's information you need to know for your FRQs. Obviously, let me know if you have any questions.